Hey everyone, I'm John Shunning, and I am a Glendale native. I was born and raised here. After many years of living away, I recently returned about 5 years ago. I identify as a gay male, and my pronouns are he, him, and his.
And I'm Greg Ross. I identify as a gay male. My pronouns are he, him, and his. And my story is very similar to John's. I was born and raised here in Glendale and returned about 5 years ago, and very happy to be back. John and I have known each other for many, many years. We first met in elementary school. I was in third grade and John was in fourth, and we were in a third, fourth split class. And by luck, we shared a desk for a while, and that's how we became friends. And we've known each other ever since. Since John's a year older than me, he's gone to high school before me, he's gone to college before me, but we've always stayed together and we've always been close.
I think that I refer to Greg as my partner simply because that's the term that feels maybe the most comfortable. When I think about the term boyfriend, that to me sounds it's like you're still in the beginning stages of a relationship, you're getting to know each other, you're dating. I mean, that's the connotation it has for me, I would say. Husband, I think we've used that interchangeably with partner, but since we're not married, it's maybe not technically accurate to say husband, but I think, partner is sort of become the default term in which we refer to each other. But partner, husband, I think both of them probably work.
Being a gay couple in Glendale feels pretty comfortable. I don't think John and I feel intimidated or apprehensive to go places or to walk in the street. And in fact, it's been really nice to see in the last couple of years a lot of gay couples, younger couples who hold hands and who show more affection in the street, in public. So I think it's been a positive change, definitely a positive change from when I lived here and I was younger in my teens. Never expected to see some of the showing of affection that I see now. So yeah, I feel pretty confident about being here and living my life the way I want to in Glendale. Well, John and I are we're pretty much homebodies these days, and that happened before COVID. So we spend a lot of time at home. John likes to garden. I enjoy reading, listening to music, and studying. And we usually make our meals. We enjoy cooking. John cooks. John does most of the cooking. I do most of the cleaning up. But we always try to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner together. And we're always talking a lot. That's the nice thing about our relationship, is that there's always something interesting that each of us bring to it. I might bring something. My focus is more on arts, and John's is more on politics. So between the two of us, we keep teaching each other different things. So that's kind of what our life is like on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, I would say all of those things, and Greg's very much involved in some nonprofit work, and that takes a fair amount of time as well. So he's busy working with that, and we spend a lot of time working on our house. It's still a work in progress. It takes a lot of time. And as far as evenings, we spend most of them at home. And we're very good at going down the YouTube rabbit hole. As well as, you know, we stream a lot. Greg's become a big fan of the Criterion Channel, so we're always watching either a classic movie or you know, foreign film, something like that, something to expand the mind a little bit. And as far as going out, most of it has to do with going out with friends, whether it's to dinner, whether it's to galleries, a show, this sort of thing. This is all, of course, pre-COVID. Now we're pretty much a unit just at home, you know, with the occasional Zoom meeting here and there. But I would say that's pretty much it for the current times.
The most romantic memory I have with John happened when we were really young. Actually, I was 18 and John was 19, and we went to visit a friend who was living in Greece at the time, and who also was a Glendale resident. And we toured the mainland, but then we also toured a number of the islands. And there was one afternoon, there was one day where we rented a motorcycle, and we drove around roads, all over roads, and had lunch, and went to the beach, and went to some temples. And I just remember that as being a really special day. Just John was riding, and I was holding on to him as we went down the roads, inroads, and that was a really special day.
Yeah, that's exactly the same one I was going to talk about. Only because I think it was one of those moments in life, and we all have them occasionally, when everything is perfect in the world. You know, you feel like you are present, you are with the person you love, you are in a beautiful environment, you have no worries, and it all comes together to form sort of this perfect moment. It never lasts, but that's what makes it so perfect, and I think that's probably the one you described, I would say, would have to be the most romantic one I can think of.
My vision for Glendale in the future is for it to be as cosmopolitan as any other area of LA County. You know, it's I think we sometimes get a bad rap for being a little more conservative or quiet, but there's so many people who live here who are fascinating, and it's so diverse. I would love to see more diversity, or at least the diversity that's here recognized more. I'd also would love to see the gay community be more vocal, and one way to do that is for more people to just get involved. You know, there's a lot of people here who for whatever reason they want to, and it's completely their option is to live pretty quiet lives. But I think being more involved makes changes, and that's why John and I are trying to be vocal about what we believe Glendale could be like.
Well, in addition to the ideas that Greg has laid out as a vision for what he'd like to see in Glendale, I'd also like to focus on, I'd love to see Glendale become a center for the arts. I think there's a lot of talent in Glendale. There's a lot of art potential here, and I don't think it's been realized. I would love to see that. How do we make all this happen? Well, I think that falls on us to be much more vocal about the opportunities to support the organizations that make this happen. And also, I think it's important for us to engage the people we know, and especially people in the LGBT community, to be more involved, find the time, and basically become the advocates that we know that they can be.
3, 2, 1, go!
Sense of humor.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Okay, do I have to go to the second sexiest thing now?